Let's start working on lab 4. Open the file uscrimetext, produce a chart with scatter plot where x-axis contains the number of robberies in Oregon and y-axis contains the number of robberies in Kentucky. Fit the trend line. So I have already downloaded the uscrime.txt, so it's no need to download again, but let me go towards open and browse, and download says where I have downloaded all the text files. So go for text files and you can see that you have uscrime.txt and click on open. Then this is delimited and comma. Okay, so finish. X-axis contains the number of robberies in Oregon. So let's go for Oregon. So go to click on the first cell, go to data and filter. So here I want Oregon. So Oregon is somewhere here. Okay, Oregon. Okay, so robbery is a crime. So let's click here and go for deselect all and click on robbery. Okay, so that's it. And now here just copy this column, the robbery count. Okay, select this column and Control C and click on this and come up with a new worksheet. So Control V, that's Oregon. Let me write this as Oregon robbery count. Okay, so that's our first column. Now let's go for second column. So number of robberies in Kentucky. So let me click on Kentucky and deselect the Oregon. Okay, I deselected Oregon and selected Kentucky. Okay, so click on OK. So violent crime, robbery is right there. So let us click on this one, this column, robbery count. Control C, go to the new page, worksheet, Control V. So this is, select those two columns and go to insert and click on scatter plot. So go for scatter plot. Okay, so here click on plus and go to axis titles. So this one is Oregon. Okay, enter. All right, now let me deal with this range of y-axis. Okay, so click on this one, click on plus, go to axis, right click, more options and click here and go to this y-axis. Then let me go for, can it be 700? 700. What does each dot represent? It can't be a, yeah, it represents a year, but how do we know which year is that? So that's not the possible choice. A murder? It's not a murder. It's robbery. A state? That's not a state, since state is only Kentucky and Oregon and we have collected lots of data, so no. So that's a crime, okay, since robbery is a crime. What is the slope of the trend line? Up to 2 decimal places. Here let us go for the trend line. So click here, click on plus, click on trend line. Okay, and then go to more options. More option. Okay, let me go for this dash, this one. All right, and I would like to change the color to red. Then click on this graph and display equation chart, guys. Okay, so here you can see the slope to be 0.46 and the y-intercept is 1365. 0.46, that's fine. Highest number of robberies recorded for Kentucky. Kentucky is this one, so highest would be, we need to go for the height, okay, vertical one. The highest one is 4001. 4001 is the highest. What is the approximate average number of robberies for Oregon? Pick the best answer. If you'd like, then you can go for average to be, let's go for any column, any cell, and equals to, let's write average, and the first cell is A2 semicolon, and the last cell is A47. Okay, 3061.97. So 3061.97. Tornadoes in US. Open the tornadoes data and create the chart below. Now, since we have already downloaded the tornadoes data previously, so I don't need to do that. Let us go to open, browse, and click on text files and go for tornadoes. Click on open. Yes, delimited. Go for tab. Okay, so that's fine. Let's go for this one, tornadoes in April and August. So April is this one. Control C, come up with a new worksheet. Control V, paste it. Okay, and let's go for August. Tornadoes in August. Control C, Control C. So that would be, go for this one. Okay, so that's fine. Let me remove these three rows. Okay, so select these three rows and click on delete, and hover on top of the selected area and right click and then delete. After we have selected these two columns, click on insert, go to scatter plot, go for that. So the title should be tornadoes by month. Now if you go for axis titles, then this one is April and this one is August. So let's come up with a trend line. Let's make it more beautiful. So this we want, so click on this chart and we want the equation and the R squared value. So let's click on both and pull them somewhere on the top. Okay, I would like that, and click on the trend line, click on this pocket, go for the color, let that be red, dash type, bold one, April versus August. Oh, let's go to task number 3. Okay, so here get the correlation tab. Click on data, data analysis, correlation tabs respectively. If data analysis tab is missing, you need to install it. If you are missing this, then go to the first lecture to see how it is done. Go to data and then click on data analysis and click on correlation and click on OK. So we get this. Alright. Now let us see what to do next. Okay, levels in the first row, we must click that, and let us find the correlation of these 2 months. Okay, so let us just try to go for input range from here to here. Let's go a little bit down. Okay, that's just 46. Okay, so that's it. Oh, okay, so that's fine. And now levels in the first row, we must do that, group by columns. Okay, that's fine, and click on OK. In April and August. Okay, so that's the correlation for 2 months. Okay, now let us go for correlation of many months. Correlation of tornadoes by month among January to December. All these 12 months are between 1950 to 1994. So for that, let us go to data analysis and correlation and click on OK. So here we need to come up with the, let us select the data, click on January and start to drag around, go up to December and go up to the last row. Okay, so it has chosen from C4 up to M49. So this is M49, right? And levels in first row, we must do that. And let us click on columns and click on OK. So then you can see the correlation between all these months. Okay, January and January, there's a perfect correlation. No need to say anything about that. February and January, there is this correlation coefficient 0.01, and we will learn about correlation coefficients somehow later. Okay, and you can see the correlation coefficients. correlation coefficient always go from -1 to +1. Okay? 1 means perfect correlation, -1 means no correlation. Okay? So this is how we get correlation coefficients. Use the tornado data and find month Y that has the strongest positive correlation with month X, January. So we have already done the correlation between all the months. So here we are working with January. So we are trying to find the month which has the strongest positive correlation with January. So let's go for tornado data. So let us go for January and try to see the strongest correlation. Of course, January has the strongest correlation with January itself, but we are not going for that. But let us go for the strongest one. 0.01, 0.22, 0.3, 0.28, 0.25, 0.12, 0.01, 0.38. September is the month which has the strongest correlation, strongest positive correlation with January. Create a chart where x-axis and y-axis represents tornadoes for month January and to unknown month Y. So we have already noted down that September has the highest positive correlation. So let's select this column, Ctrl C, and come up with a new worksheet, Ctrl V, and again go to tornadoes data and select the September column, Ctrl C, go to the new sheet, worksheet, and Ctrl V. Okay. So I would like to remove these 3 columns. So select these 3 columns and hover on top of the selected area, right click and delete. So we have January and September. Then create a chart where x-axis and y-axis represents the number of tornadoes for month X, January. So that was the first column, and second column was September. Properly label the chart and be sure that you have fitted line as well as R squared and answer the questions. Okay, so now let us draw the scatter plot for these two. Select these 2 columns, click on insert, go to scatter, click on scatter. So after we have done this thing, tornadoes in January versus September. Okay, so that's fine. Now let's write down this axis title. This is January and this is September. Okay, now let's go for the trend line. Click on plus, go to trend line and click on this thing, more options. Okay. After we have come up with that, then go for display equation on chart, display R squared value on chart. After we have done that, then go for this bucket, select the color. I would like to go for red and go for the dash type to be bold, solid. Okay, and let me move this equations in the top. So that's it. Alright, now let us go towards our question. What is the R squared on your chart? R squared on my chart is 0.1519. So this is the one. Slope of the line is 0.909. Okay, so that should be 91. The y-intercept should be 25.248. What is the meaning of this number? So you can see 25.248 is the y-intercept. The more tornadoes in January, the tornadoes in month Y will increase. If there are no tornadoes in January, there will be about 25.28 January. Okay, so this is the possible answer. There will be 25.248 tornadoes in month Y for each observed tornado in January. This number has no meaning. So B would be the correct choice. Since y-intercept, since if the number of tornadoes in January is 0, then this would be the number of tornadoes in September. So that's 25.248 is the correct choice. Go for task 5 now. And look here. So it says use the tornadoes data to find the month that has 4th highest correlation with annual tornadoes. Okay. Fourth highest correlation with annual tornadoes. So total annual tornadoes are in second column. Let us this is total tornadoes. Let me write total here. Yeah, total tornadoes. And now let's go for data and data analysis. So go for correlation and click on OK. Now I would like to delete this and start with this total tornadoes and go up to December. Okay, and go to the end, last row. So that's it. All right. So this is column and this is levels in first row. So we are taking the total tornadoes also. Okay. So click on OK. And don't forget to click on level is in first row and columns and click on OK. So we get this thing. We need to figure out the fourth highest correlation month with fourth highest correlation with total annual tornadoes. This is total annual tornadoes. So to come up with the maximum numbers and minimum numbers, we just go to sort and filter. Okay, so here click on home and click on B. Okay, this column where we have the correlation among total tornadoes and the entire months. Okay, so once you do that, then click on this sort and filter and click from sort from largest to smallest. So expand the selection. You need to do that. So click on sort. So you can see 1, 0.85, 0.67, and it continues to decrease. Okay, so this will help us to find the fourth largest correlation month with the fourth largest correlation. Total tornadoes with total tornadoes, we skip it since we don't want that. June is the first highest, second highest is May, third highest is July, and October is the fourth highest. Okay, so October has the fourth highest correlation with total tornadoes. Go to tornadoes, click on October, select October, Control C, go to worksheet number 1 and worksheet, new worksheet, and click paste. So that's it. And now go to total tornadoes, Control C, select this column and Control C and go to the new worksheet and Control V. Okay, so I don't want 3 of these rows, so select those, hover on top of the selected area and click right click and then delete. Use the tornado data to find the month that has the fourth highest correlation. We got that with total annual tornadoes, and these total annual tornadoes are in the second column. We are looking for correlation between month versus total annual number. Okay, so you can try manually or make a correlation matrix. So that's fine. We have already done that. Now let us find the scatter plot. So select these 2 columns, click on insert, go to scatter, click on scatter, then we have this thing. Okay, so here we should have month versus total annual tornadoes. Total annual tornadoes. Okay. Click on enter. Now click on plus and click on axis titles. This one is month of October, and in y-axis we have total annual tornadoes. Now let's go for the trend line. Okay, we have selected it. Go to this small arrow, more options, go to this chart, go and try to click on display equation on chart and display R squared value, which is the correlation coefficient. Okay, after doing that, go to this bucket, color I want red, dashed to be the solid one. Let me take this somewhere here. Okay, so that's it. Now let us try to answer the questions. This observed positive trend means that if we observe more tornadoes for this given month, we'll also see less tornadoes for whole year. Is that so? Positive trend means if we have more number of tornadoes for month October, then there will be more number of annual tornadoes in the year. It's not that we'll see less tornadoes in the year, so that's no. Positive trend does not mean that as years go by we see more and more tornadoes. It doesn't say anything about that. What is the month that has fourth highest correlation? That's October. Lab number 4 or task 6. Upload US crime data and compute the following numbers. First, sort the data. Use custom sort, and you will need to experiment sort by, then by. Click on add level, then by suggestion, and then by crime. Okay. Sort by the year and then by crime. So let us go to US crime data, which we already have uploaded here. We would like to go to home and click on sort and filter. So custom sort. Okay. Then first we need to sort by year and then by crime. Okay. Then after you have gone through this sort and filter custom, right, then go to add sort by year at first, right? Okay. Cell values is smallest to largest, that's fine. Add level, then by crime. Okay. So then we have this thing. Alright, so once we have done that, the average murders number for all state in 1965 is, okay, let's go for 1965 at first. So 1965. So here let us click on first cell, click on data. We are trying to filter the things. Okay, so go for year number 1965. So deselect all and go to select 1965 and click on OK. Then average murders. Okay, average murder means here click on crime, deselect all and go for murder. Click on OK. Now let us find the average. Okay, click on any cell, any empty cell, equals to AVERAGE. Okay, then click the first one, and so E2092 is the last cell and first cell would E2042. Okay, or you could have just selected it and click on enter. So that's our average, 195.66. So 195.66 means 196. Standard deviation of all murders for all states in 1965. So again let's do the same thing. So this would be equals to STDEV and standard deviation. Click here, click on the first row and start to select. So that's it. Then click on enter. This is 224 is our standard deviation. Click on here. Median of all murders for 1965. Again the same thing. Median equals to median. Again the same thing. Drag it down. Okay. So that's it. So median is 80. Okay, using the sorting feature now on your own, find the state and the year that has highest number of recorded murders. Okay, find the state and the year that has highest number of recorded murders. Using the sorting feature, find the state and the year that has the highest number of recorded murders. Sort it by using murders. Okay, so first let us go for the first cell and click on data and click on filter. We want murder, so deselect all in the crime column, deselect all and click on murder. Click on OK. So we get all of these things. Now here, since we need to sort from largest to smallest, the murder count should be that. Okay, so the murder count guides them all. Here, highest number of recorded murders. So let us use this column count to see what is the highest number of recorded murders. So select all and go for home and click on sort and filter, sort from largest to smallest. Click on that and we need to expand the selection. Okay, click on sort. Okay, so 4096 is the highest number of murders in the year 1993 in the state California. So that's the highest number of murder. Okay, So the state is California, year is 1993, and that's 4096. Use the table created from tutorial B as well as the tornado data. Answer question 17 and 17 to 20. Okay, so question number 17. If one randomly picks two different months from tornado data list, what is the probability that they both are spring months? Okay, so spring months in USA are March, April, and May. So there are 3 spring months out of 12 months. Okay, so now so you can go to the calculation. The first choice will be 3 over 12, since there are 3 spring months in a year. May, 3 months. So 3 by 12 is 1/4. Second choice will be 2 by 11. Why? Since we have already chosen one of the 3 spring month and one of the 12 months, so that's why 12 by 11. So 1/4 times 2 divided by 11 is 1 divided by 2 times 11. That's 1 over 22. So that's 1 over 22. And then if one randomly picks 2 different months from tornado data list, what is the probability that their correlation will be less than 0.05? Okay. So we need to pick 2 different months from tornado data list. What is the probability that their correlation will be less than 0.05? Okay, so let's do it manually. Okay, here we have the correlation of correlation of all 12 months. So between January and February, okay, we are good. So it's less than 0.05. That's fine. January and March, it's not good. Means it is. So let me delete it. For January and April, no. May, no. June, no. July, no. This is good. 0.05. It is less than 0.05. No. This is good. No. No. February and March, no. Negative 0.22. Yes. 0.04. That's yes. This is no. This is also no. 0.11. No. 0.08. 0.08 is greater than 0.05. So let's go for March. March. Delete this. 0.02 fine. Delete this. Okay, these are all fine. April and May. Delete this. Delete this. Delete this. Delete this. Delete this also. May. Delete. Delete. 0.09 is greater than 0.05. Delete. There is no correlation among May to June, July, August, September, October, November. So here also delete everything. Here also delete everything. Here delete this 3. Here delete this, all these things. 0.01 is less. Delete this one. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, so here you can see there are 11, 10, that's 21. 21 plus 9 is 30. 30 plus 8 is 38. 38 plus 7 is 45. 45 plus, this is 6, right? 45 plus 6 is 51. 51 plus 5. 51 plus 5 is 56. So there are 66 correlations, and among these many are lesser than 0.05. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 18 divided by 66 is our correlation coefficient. So 18 divided by 16, 66. So that's the one. If a person rolls 2 dice, what is the probability that sum of the number is equal to 7? So that can occur in this way. One is 3, 4. One is 3, 4. Another is 4, 3. Another is 5, 2. Another is 2, 5. Next one is 1, 6. And another is 6, 1. Okay, so these are all the things. Okay, and we know that by our previous experience that there are 36 total outputs, possible outputs.
and here we have 1 2 3 4 5 6. 6 divided by 36 is 1 over 6. If a person tosses 3 coins, what is the probability that he will have 3 heads? 3 coin, 3 heads. So that's just 1 over 8. Okay. Since getting 3 heads, the total, the possibility is just 1. Okay. But there are 8 total outcomes. So that's all. So that's it.